Hi there. I'm just wanting to do a video, and I want to talk about the real you, the true self. And it's like something I say quite a lot, that there's all these selfies out there, but there's no knowledge of self and what the self and what the I really is. What the true self is a state of infinite love awareness that can have infinite experiences. Now this is something that I've realised from the spiritual awakening journey that I've been on since the age of 24. And people identify themselves and see themselves for their experience. So if they're a black person, they think that that's who they are, or their family name, or history, or country they're born in. And it's all systematic. You're made to think like this. Perception is fed to you. You've got to feed people ideas to give them these perceptions. But you're not any of these labels that you give yourself. And that's what I realised from this awakening, that self that you're identifying with is just an experience. That's all it is. Just an experience that will end soon enough, and then it'll be another experience. Because what this is basically a dream. Everything's a dream. And when you die, you just enter another dream. Another dream. And it's an infinite dream. And the dream is born as soon as there's nothingness. Because within that nothingness is a love power. Love is the all. And this love is what manifests this reality that we experience, or any reality. And everything's always here, you see. It's always present. And yeah, and that's where the power is. It's just a beautiful sensual love within this nothingness. And the deeper the nothingness, then the deeper the physicality and form. And I'm not going to go too much into that, but it's like what I say about the matrix self. there's the matrix self you, which is the label, the titles, your experiences that you're actually going through. That's the matrix self. And when you're awakening, what happened to me is I started realising, wait a minute, I don't actually feel like this anymore. I don't think this anymore. But I was still caught in the habit patterns. I was catching myself and thinking, wait a minute. And then I would observe what I would truly think and feel. I thought, that's not me anymore. And this is, what happens when you awaken. And, awaken in this matrix. You don't escape the matrix. You basically become awakened within it. And that's how you're able to then bend frequency and bend energy. And then you can start manipulating and creating your own reality. And that's why, people don't like, some people, excuse me, don't like to hear about the matrix. They want to hear about abundance, but this is how you get abundance. By understanding how reality works, you see. Everything's frequency, and the matrix is a bunch of frequencies that is affecting you in your matrix experience. But it's actually blocking you from having abundance, from attracting things. And once you awaken within it, you start playing with this reality and playing with the matrix frequencies. And then you start to bend emotion and bend feelings, and then once you're feeling good, everything manifests from your feelings. Your whole physical experience is a manifestation of that. Your physical health manifests from your emotions, and this is medical facts. The real doctors I'm talking about. And the people that you meet, everything is just a reflection of your energy and consciousness. And so if you want to attract better in your life, you've got to raise your consciousness. And that's all this is, just a matrix. This is something I basically perceive all the time. Is that's what it is, just like a computer. Just, when you're looking on your iPad or whatever, that's what this is, just an internet. And that's how that technology is there. It was always there in the first place. It's just that the system waited till you were dumbed down enough, but what the system didn't know beforehand was about this awakening. That's ascending everyone to their natural divinity, which is a state of infinite abundance. And, you know, escaping this matrix. And yeah, it's the system's worst nightmare, but that's what's happening right now. But back to that matrix self, just before I end the video. Yeah, that's a false self. And when you go deep enough, you know, I talk about nothingness. When you go deep enough, you realise there is no self. And that's when you're into the real you. The real you is this nothingness, which once you're in nothingness is infinite potential of consciousness. Everything is just consciousness, you see. Infinite consciousness. Having different experiences. Yeah, and that's the true you. So I just wanted to do a video on that, really. And I've floated about in different things. I just flow. You know, when I started doing these videos, I didn't flow. I tried to focus on one subject, but then I realised, I thought, this isn't working, so then I started to just flow, and I did videos. And that's what I do now. And the words just come out, you know, it's like it's meant. And like I say, everything's meant. You know, everything's arranged by your divine consciousness. And I always say as well that it is every street corner. That's how it knows the best outcome for you. And to go on this path that I'm on, everything's within you. And how you access your own divinity within you is you've got to look at everything as one. Everything is you. And once you do that, once you authentically face yourself, you're on that ascension journey. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there. If you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.